Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So tonight I am going to try and do a cloud pour. I wanted to do one in green. I really wish I had phthalo green, but I don't. I've only got a sap green, which is a little bit more like forest colour, when I was hoping for a kind of a rich, more darker one. So I've got sap green and I have aqua green. So we're going to see how these two go with the marte white and the satin enamel. So what I have is 45 grams paint in both greens and 90 grams floetrol. In the white I have 30 grams paint, 15 grams of Decoart Americana Decoart satin enamel in pure white, and 90 grams floetrol. So we'll see how this goes. It's the same mixture I did when I did my blue one, but I did the same mixture in the black and the black one didn't work out. So I don't know if it was the black. The other difference was, when I did the black, I didn't shake my container before I opened it. So I did this time. So I'm going to see if that made the difference or not. Maybe it just needed a good shaking up. But we'll just have to try and see. And I ran out of my paper cups, so I'm going to have to use this one. I need to go to the shops and actually get a few more supplies. So I always put a little bit of white at the bottom. And then we are just going to layer these in. So we're just going to keep layering them. But yeah, I really think like a phthalo green would have been much more better. But I won't really know until I've tried it. And that's the thing. Sometimes what you think is going to be a better colour doesn't always turn out that way. So I just have to do this and see. So Montmarte make a phthalo green, but it's not here in Australia. So it's not something I can easily just get hold of. So I just have to work with what I have. Oh, go away, little bug. There's little bugs, and it's the only bad thing about Australia is there's bugs everywhere. I don't mind bugs, I quite like them, but these little flying ones get in my artwork. So I'm not going to pour it all onto the canvas. I will use a little bit to pour on the edges. So I'll use the rest of the white up now. The white definitely feels heavier. Alrighty. So I'm just going to quickly put this aside. Put this paint on here. Nothing super perfect. Just a bit of a flow extender. Mostly on the corners, I think. Oops, a lot of paint's coming off there. Oh well. Just trying to do it quickly. It doesn't really need to be perfect. There we go. That's good enough. Just a bit of a flow extender, really. So you can see how this green, it's an okay green. It's a very forest looking green, but I do think phthalo would have been I think phthalo just would have worked a little bit better, just that little bit more darker colour. It's one of those things that I'll either have to wait for it to come in or I'll have to order it from overseas, but that's an expense I don't really want to do just yet. Okay, so put the cup back in the middle. I'm dropping everything here. Put some gloves on ready. Yeah, so I'm not too sure why the black one didn't turn out. So we'll just have to see if I can get this one to work. So I can't really pinch the cup because it's a plastic cup, so I'm just going to have to pour it as is. I wasn't sure whether to do two greens or whether I should have done like an aqua and a turquoise. I was a little bit like, what colours should I? Sometimes choosing the colours can be one of the hardest parts. Oops, a little bit wonky there. I tried moving my feet angle when shouldn't always do that while you're pouring. Just getting the last bit out. I keep pouring until it looks like it's about to start dripping instead of an actual pour. And I think we are just about there. Okay. So, I will torch this. This paint feels a little bit thicker than the black that I was using. And the white is showing up a lot more as well. So it may work out. Who knows? So go in a bit of a circle, or an oval really. Oops, it's starting to go over the edge. So I'm going to tilt it over and back. Up this way. Over and back. Down the bottom corner. Over and back. And over and back. So I'm actually going to go back this way again and tip a little bit more of that green off. It's a bit too solid there for my liking. There. Sorry if I'm off camera. Paint's definitely a little bit thicker this time. So I'm going to go down to this corner and tip a little bit off this corner as well. There we go. Go away, bug. Alrighty. So it's funny, sometimes when I do a cloud pour, it comes out very cloudy. This one's got clouds in it, but it's not like super cloudy. And the black one didn't go super cloudy either. Can try and stretch it a little bit over itself. And then stretch it back. Trying to put it where you guys can see it in the light. So all as I'm really doing is just moving the paint over itself. And then moving it back again. So this is looking pretty cool, but I wouldn't call it like a super cloud pour. The lines have gotten cloudy, as in like the edges of these like rings and all that, they're not defined. They've kind of got that little pillow bubbleness about it, kind of rounded edges, which is a bit cloudy. Definitely going cloudy up over here. And these are cloudy in a way. Got nice deep green fingers that, well, lines that run in and out through here and down through here. It's quite good looking, but not like my blue cloud pour. Just popping bubbles. So I would actually have to say the paint felt thick tonight. Whether I let it sit a bit longer than normal, because I did let it sit for probably an hour and a half, or maybe between an hour and a half and 2 hours, compared to my normal 40 minutes or so, 30-40 minutes. So I just got paint, I didn't wipe this off and it dried. So I'm just getting this paint off before I start using it. This is why I always prefer to clean everything as I go. Just makes life a lot more simpler. The paint usually comes off it easy enough, but alright, that will have to do. So I'm going to scrape my edges, or the bottom, get the excess paint drips off. On all 4 sides. And make sure you do that every couple of minutes, or every 5 minutes, until it stops dripping. Put that there. So I'm going to pause it, and I will be back in 5 minutes to see if it alters anymore. I don't believe tonight it will change at all. I don't even think the clouds are going to expand. I think it's going to stay as it is, which I actually don't mind. It's quite pretty. I do think I would have loved the phthalo green. This green's turned out okay in it, but the phthalo green would have just been awesome. But I'll pause it and we'll come back. Alrighty, so I've left it for about 10 minutes. So I don't think anything did change, but we do have really nice, in the lines, the ends are very kind of cloudy and rounded. All through here is pretty. We've got a few little specks of clouds. I wouldn't call it exactly a cloud pour, but I wouldn't call it a normal like ring pour or line pour either. It's kind of a mix between both. The sap green has really only stayed dominant over this end, and the turquoise is really mostly only in bits and pieces, and the rest is kind of mixed through. So it's given me a good variation. So I'm quite pleased with that, and I think this is one that will probably grow on me more that I see it. But I do like how inside here we've got white with blue, like a turquoise little ring around them. So it's quite interesting. It's just different. So this is what I mean by with cloud pours. I get really different results all the time. Can never really predict what's going to happen. But I will pause it, bring it down for a close-up so you can see more detail, and that will be it. So this is the whole artwork. As you can definitely see, up there is quite cloudy, and through here is as well. And now let's go have a look at these lines. See how they've all got these nice little rounded edges on them? That's from the cloud paint kind of giving them kind of softer edges. These ones down here all have like little pointy tips to them. And then we've got definitely nice lines, all different colours coming through, quite standoutish. Got turquoise, we've got these green lines pushing their way into the white. That's where the centre was. More little lines running through. This is where it went a little bit cloudy, but not a lot. But yeah, different to what I was expecting, but I quite like it. The greens are probably coming out slightly different in the camera to how it is in real life. Not exactly the same, but close-ish. So, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you had fun watching it, and I will see you tomorrow for another pour. So like normal, comment, like, share and subscribe if you haven't already. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.